Now we are on video number 4, and we had to change phones because technology is great. So I already added the water to this one, and we're just gonna let it sit for a bit because I gotta add the water to the other ones, and then we'll add the flour. And yes, I'm using like the same temperature water for all of them because control variable. It's another cup. And there's not really much to talk about. I guess I'll show you how I record the information. I just write it on a piece of pen and paper. And it's really messy because I used a scrap paper that's already been written on by a lot, but I can see it, so it's fine. And yeah, I record every 12 hours or so, but it's not really possible because like I have class or something at that sometimes, so every 12 hours or so, like every morning and evening. And we're done with that. Now onto the flowers. So we're just going to wipe this down because we don't want the flour sticking to the measuring cup. Let me see if this is still recording. It is still recording. Thank Lord. Okay. So now we want the flour, which is bread flour because it's cheap, it works. Whole grain flour I don't have much of. But I need to use both flours to get the yeast to like develop. So that's like a huge variable I have to take control of. That's 1.5 cup. So the flour is also something I need to control. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's another variable because I cannot control pouring the flour. And we'll just leave that be until I grab the chopstick to stir it. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of control variables that go wrong easily because it's not the easiest experiment to control when it's mainly just human error that affects most of it. Especially just pouring everything. I see if the video is still running because I'm in the 4th video. So I gotta hurry this up too because otherwise I won't. Never mind, sorry for another day. Anyways, last one. I try to get them as precise as possible, but it's not going to be exactly 1.5 cups of flour. That would have been terrible. It's not going to be exactly 1.5 cups of flour because I'm not going to pour in that much exact amount of flour, nor am I going to pour out that exact amount of flour. So that's that step done. And now we just grab a chopstick and we mix. And because I don't trust the yeast, I'm going to use this part of the chopstick. So I just mix until it's like there's no solid or flour left. And because there's just so much water compared to flour, this happens really easily. If I do a different variable though, later on, it's probably going to be a lot more difficult for it to dissolve or just stay in the water. And yeah, once again, control variables are not fun in this. There are so many to control. And like, yeah, it's just too many control variables. I don't recommend the experiment if you're going to try this for science because too many control variables, and it also smells really bad. The reason why I'm not dying of the smell right now is because the yeast is almost dead. It's not very rising. It's not rising at all. Well, it is rising, but not very much. And I think I've just set this one up. But if like the yeast is actually pretty alive and well, it does not smell fun. And yeah, that's why I do not recommend it. They should be all about the same height. And there's so much difference then, well, that's that. There's just too much difference then. And I hope the video did not go out on me. It does not. 6 minutes, 7 minutes still. That's not a fun video. Anyways, that's done. I'll clean this off video. And yeah, I think that's all for my science experiment. Thanks.